right, we're here for the post-game press conference following round 3 of the 2024 NCAA DIII Football Championship with Mary Hardin Baylor beating Linfield 28-18. We're here with head coach Joseph Smith, senior linebacker Blake Rybar, senior quarterback Blake Eaton, and senior cornerback Chance Sparks. Coach, obviously not the way you wanted things to go today, but a lot of fight out of the team in the second half. We always know Mary Hardin Baylor is going to bring it. Your thoughts on the game overall?
Yeah, well, first, I just want to congratulate Larry and his coaching staff. I think a lot of people gave him up for dead early in the year for some strange reason, and those guys really turned it around and became quite a dangerous football team. They're gonna be a tough out, if they keep playing the way they're doing. And I thought those guys played, physical football. That's their style. They played air free and lights out on special teams, and that was kind of what got us in the hole early. And a little disappointed at how some of that went. I do think while we're on camera that Division III should have instant replay. I think that was a significant factor today, which hopefully going forward will be fixed. But needless to say, we had our chances and we got behind early, but I'm so proud of how our guys fought back. A lot of teams lose just the way it was going, but we got a spark going and got that thing fixed, and we were driving to win the game. And I think we all fully, I was already kind of in my mind, well, we'll be up by 4, and then going through all the math, and we got this thing, and that's what I love about our guys. It's fun coaching here. Our guys got belief in one another, and they work so hard with each other that when it doesn't go our way, it's quite shocking, which I guess I like. If we're gonna dare greatly, then we're gonna fail, and that's gonna be painful, but we'll never quit daring greatly here. So proud of these guys. Pleasure to coach. Make it awful easy. Couldn't be more proud of a team. So.
Yeah, this group of seniors, and you've got 2 of them with you right here, one of your largest senior classes you've ever had. From your perspective, and we'll get to these guys, but from your perspective, what has this group brought to the program and the legacy that they leave?
Well, first and foremost, they're the class that got us through this COVID issue, and last year's too, of course, and maybe the year before that. All those guys had to suffer through it, but these guys were youngsters through that, and kind of that was just a tumultuous time, and so I think a lot of people got negative around that time. These guys got positive, realized that they could just work through that and make themselves better, and I think that's the epitome of this team. This team was a developmental, grind it out, get better, and be physically, imposing and dominating, and they did that this year. So I'm really proud of those guys. A lot of hard work in the weight room. I'm going to miss that the most. Guys looking like this is nice. So that's their mark.
Kind of going back to this game, Blake, what do you think was working more in the second half that you guys weren't able to get going in the first half offensively?
Yeah. Well, I think we just stuck to our weapons the second half. I don't think we necessarily changed anything in our playing style, but I think we just came in the second half ready to go. We understood that, we were down maybe a score or 2, and we just came together as an offense, and really it was fun to see us be able to score and just kind of have it right in our grasp. So
3 seasons as a starter for the Linfield Wildcats. You look back on this experience, I'm sure it's a lot to take in right now, but what do you take with you as you walk away today?
Yeah, I think for me, just the amount of growth that I was able to have while I was here with my teammates, just changing bad habits, making good ones, and all these guys and coaches have been here for me for that, and I really love this team, and I think we all love each other. So.
Blake and Chance, this one is for you, both of you, as 2 of the captains for this defense. What was the message there as you guys were just trying to stay in this game in the first half and then start making some things go your way in the second half? What was the energy? What was it like with your group, your unit down on the field?
Yeah, obviously hats off to Mary Hardin Baylor. They did a good job executing, but I think for us, defensively, there were a couple of mistakes that we made, and as a group, as a defense, we feel confident with each other, with the group that we have out there. So we knew hey, we're good. There's We didn't need to freak out, didn't need to like overly stress. Just kind of stick to our guns and keep doing our own job and just not overreacting about anything.
Just kind of building off of that, it was, one play at a time. Like, we just had to handle things one play at a time, win that play, go on and win the next play. And that was pretty much the message pretty much the whole game, really. We can't control what happened. We can't control what's going to happen. All we can control is what's happening now. And so, just taking one play at a time, and that's kind of what the focus was.
Blake, kind of same thing. I asked the guy next to you as well, but obviously, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, hasn't been done before in this conference, led one of the best statistical units over the course of this year and the last couple of years. What's this experience been like for you as you play your final game as a Wildcat?
Don't make me emotional. Obviously, got a very good group of guys on the field, so I mean, obviously, all hats off to Coach Vaughn and my D-line. Yeah, just a bunch of studs, playmakers out there, so everything I do, I couldn't do without all of them. So it's Coach Vaughn putting us in the right calls, all my boys doing everything they can up front, taking up that double team, making me free. So everything I've earned is a team award. So it's not just me, it's all about the defense.
Chance, you transferred into this program after your freshman year. What have the last few years been for you coming into this program and kind of climbing up the ladder a little bit to find a way to make an impact and get into play with guys like the two Blakes over here?
It's a monumental shift, to be honest. My freshman year, my true freshman year, was COVID, and so we didn't have a season. But transferring in, especially considering my high school team as well, it was seeing the culture, the culture of a winning program, the culture of a team that comes in and out and just focuses on being good. You know what I mean? Being as good as we possibly can all across the board. And coming in as a transfer, it was awesome just because it never felt like I was a transfer. I was accepted immediately. Those are my guys for forever. You know what I mean? But that was definitely the biggest change. The biggest difference would just be the culture. The focus all throughout the program, and it shows.
All right. Anything to add?
Yeah, I have a couple. Blake, take away the 2 long touchdown runs, hold them to just 170 yards. They get the 2 short fields, one off the punt and one off the interception. How frustrating is that for a defense? You fight all day, and then it's 2 short fields that make the difference.
It's football. That's the unfortunate thing, but just a couple of mistakes. There's always plays you could go back and I wish we could have done something differently or changed something there, but it's part of football, so it's all about just kind of shaking it and just kind of worrying about the next play and just trying to get one back for the offense.
And coaches have been. You're not alone in wanting instant replay at this level. A lot of coaches. Was it the punt? Is that the one you thought it didn't hit your guy, or what specifically?
Let's leave that to the imagination. But yeah, that might have been it. So. One thing I'd say, man, Mary Hart Baylor, good for them. I really have been impressed, the last few years with Coach Fredenberg, of course, and now Larry, and just wish them truly the best. So they were a worthy opponent today. They played hard. Thought they were a real class team. Played between the whistles and gave as good as they got. So it's fun to play those. Our guys come to this program to play teams like that. It's not fun to go beat up on your little kid brother, so to speak, and it's really fun to be tested by some of the best physical players in the country, and I certainly got that today.
Were there specific offensive adjustments at halftime, or was it just a matter of just executing better?
It's interesting. I think that first half we were doing well early, and we did well, but we got behind the chains. Just some interesting things when it went against us. We got behind the chains. We had a few miscues, I think, in terms of just on our own execution. But then, they got some sacks, and the defensive line play was outstanding, and it pushed us into obvious pass zones and got us out of rhythm. And I think in the second half we were less behind the chains, especially once we got a little momentum and were able to dictate to the defense rather than having it dictate to you. And that's every game, So I think that was pivotal.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.